Tomorrow will mark exactly 1 year since I took the oath of office. And I will say our country is doing really well. Our economy is perhaps the best it's ever been.
As President Trump noted earlier today, tomorrow marks the 1-year anniversary of his presidency. And perhaps fittingly, it is not coming without its share of drama. You are looking live at the Senate floor, where Democrats and a few Republicans are refusing to vote yes on a measure to keep the government running, although we're told that there may be a little bit of movement on all of this. Democrats wanted a DACA deal to be part of this, and they said they would basically hold the whole thing hostage until they got it. Earlier this evening, I spoke with Mick Mulvaney, director of the Office of Management and Budget, and asked what he hopes to see on that floor tonight.
I mean, what I'd love to see is a bill pass the Senate with every single Republican supporting it. I hope they can find something to that. But face it, without some bipartisan support on any spending bill, it's never going to pass. It simply can't. You need 60 votes to pass a spending bill in the Senate.
So in terms of the economy, now there's discussion that this could go on and on. I mean, it feels like both sides are using this to make the other side look bad. So where's the incentive for them to get this put together?
Well, let's make one again.
How long do you think it'll go on?
On that for a second, we want the government to be open. We do not want to shut the government down. I think if anybody wants to shut it down, it's the Democrats. Yeah, you have to give them credit where credit is due. It's a politically smart move for them if they think that Republicans are going to get blamed. I think the president has done a really good job, especially in the last 48 hours, to prove that he is working hard to keep the government open. So if it does shut down, there is a reason it's called the Schumer shutdown. The only person who can really shut this down by himself is Chuck Schumer. How long could it go? I don't think it goes very long. Martha, there's really no benefit to either side to make the military go to work, which they will. Most of the government stays open. People just don't get paid. So the military will still be at work. Folks who are fighting the fires out west will stay at work. The border's still secured, but we're asking those people to work with no pay, and that's not fair. And you would hope that the Democrats would remember what they said in 2013 and not close the government down.
You did something on another topic this week that is really never seen in Washington. You said your department has enough money, that you don't need any more money in this budget, which I think is pretty remarkable. And you have obviously had a lot of successes in terms of the economy over the course of this year. When people look to 2018, and you can chime in on those successes for me because there's a long list of them. However, what are your concerns as you look towards 2018?
My concerns about 2018 is actually too good. I mean, it really is. I mean, all of this news is so fantastic. Right. It's going to fall to us to try and keep that going. But with Apple making the announcements they've had, all of these companies giving the announcements about giving raises and giving bonuses, all the investment, the important, the long-term stuff, the stuff that we said would happen under the tax bill in terms of money coming back into the country, new money coming into the country, businesses reinvesting in themselves, those are tremendous success stories. The stock market is another success story. So I think what we've done is sort of raise the bar. We had a great 2017. So if I have any concerns, that's probably not the right word. If I have concerns about 2018, it's how do we keep it going?
Yeah, I mean, people who look closely at the market say it can't go on like that forever. I mean, it could bust. It could be that what got us to 26,000 was the promise of these tax cuts. Now they're here and they're already baked in the cake. Yeah,
but keep in mind, what I don't think is baked in the cake yet, it's not baked in the stock market numbers, you're not seeing in the GDP, is the impact of the business decisions now that the tax law has kicked in. You saw a little bit in that first, couple days after the tax bill passed, you saw those businesses give the raises and the bonuses and so forth. But it's going to take some time for businesses to say, you know what, I want to build a new factory, or I'm going to move to the United States. So I do think it is sustainable. Importantly, we've not talked yet about the change in the regulatory climate. This is a structural, long-term change to the economy. So we're not just giving the economy a sugar high. It's not a stimulus. We are fundamentally changing the way that we do business in the United States to make it easier to do business in the United States. And I think we'll reap benefits from that for a long period of time.
There's no doubt that there's a quantifiable enthusiasm among business owners and consumers in this country.
And
those are numbers that you can absolutely measure.
What's not to be enthusiastic about? I mean, the unemployment rate is a historic low. I think the African-American unemployment rate is at an all-time low. People are coming back into the workforce. So, no, there's a lot to be excited about if you want to work in America these days.
Mick Mulvaney, good to see you. Thank you very much for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me.